Hey guys, we are talking distance today, and specifically the distance between 2 points. Okay, for this example, we are going to use the distance formula, which looks a little something like this. Okay, if you are curious where we get this from, we get it from the Pythagorean theorem. If you want to see me do this same problem using the Pythagorean theorem, I'll link a video for you in the corner. Okay, but we are going to use this one today. So first thing I want to do is label my points. So whenever we have an ordered pair, the first number is x, the second number is y, right? So I've got xy, xy, and then I just decide which one is my ones and which one is my twos, okay? So we're going to have these ones be the ones and these ones be the twos, okay? So I've got my x's and y's labeled. Now I just get to fill this in and simplify it, okay? So D stands for distance. So the distance is, we are going to take x2, so -3, and subtract x1, which happens to be 3, okay? This is squared. And then we're adding, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the square root. We'll add it in a second. We're adding y2, which is -3, minus y1, which is 7. That is squared, and then we're taking the square root of this whole thing. Okay, exciting, right? Now we're going to make it look a little less scary. So let's break it down a little bit. So -3 minus 3, that's like I owe you $3. And then I'm like, I'm so sorry, I got to borrow $3 more. So now I owe you $6, right? -6. We are still squaring that, plus -3 minus 7, that's I owe you $3. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I got to borrow $7 more. So I owe you 10, right? You should probably stop lending me money. All right, and that is still squared. And this whole thing is still under the square root, okay? All right, now -6 times -6 gives me positive 36, right? Plus a -10 times a -10 gives me a positive 100, okay? And we are still under the square root, okay? All right, this is looking less scary, right? 36 plus 100 is 136, okay? Oh, and these are all still equal to D. Okay, from here, the square root of 136 is going to give you a not so pretty decimal, okay? So what we typically like to do is try to simplify our square root as much as we can, okay? If you need a review on how to do this, I will link it in the corner. But what we do is we're going to take 136 and break it down as much as we can. So I know that 2 times 68 gives me 136, right? And I'm going to circle any prime numbers that I get to until we get to all prime numbers, okay? So I know 68 breaks to 2 times 34. 2 is prime. 34 breaks to 2 times 17, and both of those are prime, okay? So 2 times 2 times 2 times 17 gives me 136, okay? Then I'm going to pull out any pairs that I have. So I have 2 2s, so I can pull that to the outside because 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 4 is 2, right? So I can pull that 2 to the outside, and what is left under the square root is 2 times 17, which gives me 34, okay? So that is my square root simplified, and that is the distance between these 2 points. Now, if you're like, I have no idea how long 2 square roots of 34 is, right? One helpful thing you can do is go back to that decimal to kind of give you an idea. So if you take the decimal of this, you're going to get 11.6619, and it keeps going. So even though that's not the prettiest number, it can kind of tell you, okay, it's a little over 11 and a half, right? So the decimal can be useful. Just typically for our answer, we like to write it in a more clean way, if that makes sense. Okay, hopefully this made sense. If anything, I went too fast or you didn't quite understand, those videos are linked in the corner for you. But hopefully this made sense. Thanks. Bye.